Today, we're looking at a mini electric bike that is small in size and relatively light on your wallet. It's the DYU D3F mini folding electric.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some modestness. I'm not here to
For our first pro for the DYU, we've got the fact that it has a relatively compact size. It's definitely small, and it's relatively light at about 38 pounds. So while it's not the lightest and smallest of all the mini e-bikes that are available, this is definitely its main selling point. It will go in places that other bikes simply won't, like the boot of a car. Plus, with the attached carry handle and small size, it's able to be carried and easily moved around tighter urban spaces if you need to fit it in small spaces when you're not out riding. So this is definitely the first pro for this bike. The second pro for the DYU is the fact that it's nimble to maneuver. The bike's small size is also a benefit when you're riding in the tight confines of an urban environment, and the small wheels make the turning radius of this bike very small, so it definitely turns on a dime. And while it's a little sketchy to do that at speed, it's a bonus when you're doing low speed maneuvers in a crowded environment. So size is definitely the largest benefit of this little bike, both when you're riding it and when you're storing it. And I found that it was nice and easy to weave in and out on the pavement and get where you're going in tighter areas. So that's definitely the second plus for this bike.
When it comes to our third pro, we've got an impressive range for its small size. Despite the fact that the battery cannot be removed, it is large. A 10 amp hour battery operating a small 250 watt motor could be considered oversized for this small bike. It was able to power the unit for over 22 miles using mainly the throttle, which is quite impressive. Now this route included only mellow grades, but the bike made it up them with only a little bit of additional pedal power included, so the range test was quite slow, taking over 2 hours to reach the 22-mile max, but still, being able to throttle yourself over 20 miles on this little bike really made it seem like a capable mini commuter. So the bike won back some serious points with its overall battery range.
What does it do best? The bike uses its size to its advantage and offers a really lightweight package that is pretty easy on the wallet. If you wanted a good toy for a youth, this would probably be it. Either that or a very light-duty commuter with the ability to throw in the back of a compact car if you have no access to a car rack. And who should buy this bike? The bike would probably be a good choice for budget-minded riders looking for an e-bike that will fit into small spaces other bikes would not. It's a situation where I would only really see people purchasing this bike if they needed the specific abilities that it has, like the ability to fold down and fit in the boot of a car. So what would be some of the reasons to look elsewhere? And let's go through this bike in detail, starting with the frame and the geometry. The frame is pretty robust and compact at 38 pounds, with the built-in carry handle adding to it as an easy lift point for the bike. So that was a nice feature to see. Looking at the motor, we've got this little 250 watt motor, which is trying really hard, but with only 10 Newton meters of torque, it's only really capable of so much. On gentle terrain, the motor is helpful enough. The throttle kicks in with a slight delay and it will gradually get you to that top speed of 15 miles per hour. Looking at the wheels and tires, we've got a pretty small set of 14-inch wheels with a relatively skinny 14 by 2.25 inch tire, which are really only suited to the pavement and hard packed surfaces. They really sink quickly on loose ground and are pretty sketchy at speed on anything but pavement. The small wheels are also quick to wander with only a slight movement of the bars, so I did not enjoy the small wheel size except for when I was maneuvering in a very small space. But with everything about the DYU being pretty tiny, it was hardly a surprise. If you have a small commute and you're looking for an e-bike to match, it might make a good fit. Otherwise, the best spot for this little bike is probably as a gift for a little one in your life around you. I would have loved one of these as a kid to ride around the neighborhood, and it's definitely better than walking, but still, I have to say, the audience for this little bike may end up being pretty small itself. So if you're riding one of these, let me know in the comments what you think and what kind of commute you're doing.